committee, which included the ministries of labor, finance, and independent people, including IMF and the World Bank and DFID.
To put in a system that people stop stealing this money.
That's right. And so I call that...
Now, for viewers who missed the first show, please tell us, first of all, how you discovered this money was being stolen and by whom?
Of course, when I was appointed the minister in charge of gender, labor, and social development, which also covered the National Social Security Fund portfolio, the president invited me.
General Museveni.
Yes, a few weeks later, together with the Attorney General, the late Honorable Francis Ayume, to State House, and he pulled out a letter which he says was written to him by the security agents, and they discovered that 5 million, that the money was hemorrhaging, and it was used actually to sponsor the opposition
candidates and political parties
in the 2001 elections.
So he wanted you to see what really happened and to stop this.
Yes, to identify who these people were and why the money was given to the opposition. And on our way out, of course, my brother, elder brother, Honorable Francis Ayume said, "You better be careful, my sister, because you will, in the end, find out that all these things go back, they trace back to the boss." And
meaning General Museveni.
Which meant the president, Museveni. And I was like, if I don't investigate and do what he asked me to do, I'll be in trouble. And if I do it, I'll still be in trouble.
Okay.
But the better option is to do it and work on it.
Okay,
and
that's
so
what you did.
That's what I did, and that's how I found out that $5 million was hemorrhaging every month.
Now, I think we should try to maximize the use of our time this week. Last week, you did tell us that when you stopped the hemorrhaging of the $5 million a month, the fund grew up immediately in terms of the submissions within 3 months' time.
That's right, within 3 months' time.
But then you had a lot of pressure. People started coming and pounding on your door and asking for the money, including members of the first family.
That's
Please
true.
elaborate on that.
When the money started growing, of course, when I plugged that hole, then in 3 months, the money, the monthly collections grew to 6.5 billion, which was proof that $5 million was being stolen.
Right, 6.5 billion Uganda shillings.
Shillings, which was equivalent to $6.5 million dollars.
Right.
And so what happened was the money continued to grow, and then I started being pressurized by members of the first family. Salim Saleh invited us, me and Onegio Bell, to his home.
Salim Saleh is the brother of President
Yes, the president, several times, and saying, please, he wants money to do his programs. And I said,
would he be alone in this setting? Would he be there and the
three
two
of
of
us.
you?
That's right.
You, and tell viewers who Onegio Bell was.
Onegio Bell was the person whom I appointed as the director, the chairman of the board.
Of the National Social Security Fund.
Yes, after the ones who had been involved in
the siphoning of the money, you put them on suspension.
I had put them on suspension. And Onegio Bell, I didn't just handpick him. He was actually vetted by Museveni's security people. And I remember Tumukunde, Brigadier Tumukunde, even testifying.
Who was involved in heading the intelligence.
Yes, testifying in Parliament when I was being roasted by the Parliament, that they were responsible and they were the ones who actually vetted Onegio Bell, and my role was just to sign the document.
So they approved his appointment?
Yeah, they did.
Now, when you and Onegio Bell...
And at the time, he was also an advisor to President Museveni on economic matters.
Okay. So when you and him met with General Salim, Museveni's brother, at his residence, would it be, what was the setting? Is it a dining? Is he serving you food? Are you sitting in a living room? What is the setting?
They just put chairs under a tree outside, and you sit on the compound and
under
talk.
A tree?
Sometimes you sit in his living room. That's it. It's not dining. It's not eating.
Tell us some of the things he would say in terms of asking for the...
He said, Minister, you are the richest minister in this country. And if you were to call any of these people, like the business people, they will come running, because all the money they use for their businesses comes out of the Social Security Fund.
Okay.
But I said, I don't know where the money, the physical money is. All I know is that I take the political leadership and the policy. And so I don't know where the physical money is. So I can't give him what I don't know where it is.
But you said he invited you a number of times.
He did.
Would he ask in different ways? What would he say all these times?
All these times he would say he needed the money. He needed money.
How much would he ask for?
Well, when I said I didn't have the money, he didn't tell me.
How much he wanted?
Because I'm sure that the money he needs was not small amounts.
So long as you were minister, as far as you know, he never got any money from this National Social Security Fund?
Not as far as I know, because...
Well, you were the minister.
Yeah.
What about other members of the first family?
I remember also the office of the First Lady sending the assistants from her office with cheats to me, and then telling me that...
You mean notes with the writing?
Yes.
And what would they say?
She would say that, I'm sending so-and-so to come and explain to you. We need resources. That yes, so that we can run the programs.
Would they state the amount?
No, but the issue is also, again, that the first lady has money which she should use for her programs. So she shouldn't be asking ministers for money.
You mean she has money already allocated by government for her?
Her office has funds.
And then who would write these notes?
Of course, she would write them and send the assistants and say, please, can you...
And would it be signed?
Yeah.
And people, obviously, some copies of these notes must be available somewhere in Uganda.
Probable.
Interesting. Any other members of the first family?
Well, there was one son, too, of the president that I know.
Not the one who is the commander of the
he
special...
has many kids. He has very many kids, unofficial kids.
You mean the president?
Yeah. And this one particularly was working with Major Kakoza Mtale. His name was
heads
Hakim.
The militia. What is his name?
Hakim.
How do you spell that?
Hakim.
And what would he want?
He would come and say they want money to do their programs. That's how they put it.
And you would say?
I don't have the money because my ministry is the poorest ministry. And then he would be like, NSSF has a lot of money. I said, that's workers' money. I don't know where it is.
So you were actually defying the first family. And you did not think this was risky?
Well, if I had to do my job effectively and protect the funds which belong to the workers, I believe that it was worth taking the risk.
You were standing up for the workers to preserve their retirement fund, and that's why you decided to step...
Because many of them were not receiving their money, and that was very sad. Yeah.
And you said, actually, just remind viewers who missed, you discovered that these funds